Deep cleaning post-op instructions. Rinsing. The day of the procedure, you want to be rinsing with chlorhexidine to really expedite the healing process, and continue rinsing for the entire week. Remember, what's happened in the deep cleaning is a bunch of the tartar and everything has been removed from your gums, and you've had bone loss. You've had your gums kind of separate from your teeth as the bacteria and plaque were along your gums, especially deep down. And now that it's removed, we want that tissue to reattach. And one of the best ways to have that happen is rinsing with chlorhexidine that can get down into those gum sockets. Smoking. Do not smoke for the next 3 days. Again, your entire gums are really sore. They have the ability to heal back up and get a lot better. And the last thing you want to do is prevent that by smoking. Anesthetic. Your mouth is going to be numb. And here at the Smile Mission, we tend to do the entire mouth in one session for deep cleanings. So you just want to wait until that numbing wears off, because if you eat too early, you could bite your tongue, you could bite your cheek, and even if you're not even trying to eat, just be careful biting those things. Bleeding. Bleeding can definitely occur because your gums are inflamed. Your gums are inflamed because there was a bunch of tartar, which we removed. So bleeding is very common in deep cleanings. So you just want to monitor the bleeding. We'll give you some gauze. If you feel there's a bunch of bleeding, it's usually not everywhere. It might be a few spots, and put some pressure. You can bite on the gauze. You can use your hand to put pressure on the gauze. And also remember, a little bit of blood with a bunch of saliva can look like a lot of blood when it really wasn't that much. Swelling. It is possible to swell. Remember, when we remove the tartar, we also put pressure on the gums, and that can cause swelling. So if you do feel like there's a bunch of swelling, you can use ice for 10 minutes on and 10 minutes off. Oral hygiene. It's very important for you to do oral hygiene. The way cleanings work is it's a team effort. We've done a deep clean. We've removed it because once the tartar is below your gums, you aren't going to be able to remove it. But what you can do is prevent it from coming back. And the way you prevent it from coming back is making sure you're brushing regularly, making sure you're flossing regularly. Now, your teeth might be a little bit sensitive after the treatment because, again, your roots, it's weird how it works. You've had tartar that were on your teeth, and the tartar, even though it's bad for you and can cause you to eventually lose your teeth, cause a bunch of bone loss, the tartar is also over your tooth, so it's preventing sensitivity. So after we remove it, we can expose your root because the root was covered with tartar. And so this root can be really sensitive. Now over time, the body, especially the tooth, will remodel and it'll make it way less sensitive. But for the first few days that can happen. So when you're brushing, just be aware of that. You may want to brush with sensitive toothpaste, and also just brush nice and slowly. It's not about, you don't brush the tartar off. What you do is you let the chemicals soak into their teeth, which helps make the teeth a lot stronger. Diet. As we mentioned, you want to wait 2 to 3 hours after you had the deep clean because you don't want to bite your tongue or cheek because they're still numb. You want to eat only soft foods 1 day after the procedure and drink plenty of water. Avoid hot drinks, avoid carbonated drinks, avoid foods that can chip and get stuck easily. That would be things like popcorn, broccoli, chips, nachos. Don't eat that because that can go in your gums, because remember, your gums used to be gums, the bacteria or the calculus, and then your tooth, and now there's no calculus. So there's a gap between there, and you don't want things to get stuck there. You want everything to heal. Medications. If you feel there's a bunch of pain, you can take over-the-counter pain medicines, and it really should go away fairly fast. The tissue heals quite quickly, usually in 1 to 2 days. And as mentioned a bunch of times in this video already, prevent the plaque from returning. We did our job, we removed all your plaque, and now it's on you. And so if you take proper care of yourself, begin with the flossing, the brushing, the mouthwash, you can prevent it from coming back. But we also should do another routine check in 4 months to just make sure everything's healthy. It's a lot easier to remove it if it's just starting than where it was right now. And that's called periodontal maintenance. So we'll do a periodontal maintenance in 4 months. And that's basically it. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to call us, write us on social media, or email us. Or also check out our website where we go into a lot more details about post-op instructions for deep cleanings.